So Kennedy Carter is a player for nobody right now. Absolutely nobody. She is not playing basketball, and we've now got a situation where we've got one of the 15 best players in the world just not in the league. Just not in the league.
I don't know why people be so surprised. Oh my God, Kennedy Carter deserved to play. Why? Did y'all forget all of the events that transpired last year with her and Caitlin Clark? And then she refused to own up to what she did. What organization want to deal with that?
So Kennedy Carter is a player for nobody right now. Absolutely nobody. She is not playing basketball. And we've now got a situation where we've got one of the 15 best players in the world, just not in the league. Just not in the league. Chennedy Carter just pushed Caitlin Clark on national TV. And now she's the WNBA's most unwanted player. The backlash was immediate and intense. But this push, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Carter's got a history that's coming back to haunt her. We're talking locker room drama, teammate feuds, and now total rejection from the league. You won't believe how deep this goes. I don't know why people be so surprised. Oh my God, Kennedy Carter deserve a play. Why? Did you all forget all of the events that transpired last year with her and Caitlin Clark? And then she refused to own up to what she did. What organization you want to deal with that? But here's where it gets really interesting. It's not just about the push. Carter has been a ticking time bomb, clashing with teammates at every turn. And now she's out of a job again. That's 4 teams that have given her a chance only to walk away. And people were wondering on Twitter, and next, why come she haven't found the team? I'm here to tell you this ain't rocket ses. Why she ain't found the team, I don't know why people be so surprised. Oh my God, Kennedy Carter deserve a play. Why? Can you imagine being so talented yet so toxic that 4 teams decided, yeah, we're better off without you? We're about to break down all the messy details that led to this moment, from the locker room tension to that heated show on Caitlin Clark. Buckle up, because this story is about to get wild. Let's set the scene. The Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever were back at it, their rivalry as intense as ever. It's a packed, tensions are high. And Clark's on fire. She's sinking shots left and right, making it look easy. The crowd's going crazy. And you can feel the energy in the air. It's like watching a masterclass in basketball. Ball working it around here for the Fever. Good ball movement on this possession logo. Shot logo make for Clark. The Indiana Fever, they make sure that the ball moves around until it gets back in the hands off Caitlin. When she gives the ball up, well, the Fever on a 15-2 extended run from the end of the first quarter. Clark again. But then out of nowhere, Carter loses it. She shoves Clark hard right in the middle of the game. The whole place goes dead silent, like someone hit the pause button on reality. It's one of those moments where time seems to stand still, and everyone's trying to process what they just saw. Carter and applause. Clark, I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter, no. You might be thinking it's just a push. Right? Wrong. This is where things get crazy. The refs are standing there, shocked. The WNBA president's jaw is on the floor, and Clark looks like she can't even believe what just happened. And Carter, she doesn't even apologize. She just stands there like it's no big deal. Clark, I mean, that's clearly the WNBA officials call it a flagrant foul, unnecessary and reckless. Can you imagine being in a league where pushing someone is considered that serious? This isn't tackle football, folks. In basketball, this kind of contact is a big no-no. This was originally ruled an away from the ball foul, but it was obviously a flagrant foul. It really upset a lot of people, which really escalated the issue. And it was really just poor sportsmanship on Kennedy's part. But wait, it gets even wilder. After all the drama, what does Carter do? Nothing. No apology, no explanation, just a shrug like it's no big deal. And when reporters ask about it, she simply says, I'm not answering any Clark questions. If silence could spark a fire, this one's an inferno play. Before bumping in with Kay, and it seemed like she turned to you a little bit after the F question. Did she say anything to you? I don't know what she said. What you say to her? I didn't say anything. Everyone's wondering what's going to happen to Carter now. And let me tell you, it's not looking good. The league takes the stuff seriously. And they're not about to let it slide. We're talking potential fines, suspensions, maybe even worse. That right there, I believe, what's the push that altered her career. And I'm telling you right now, it is not looking good for Chennedy Carter. But let's zoom out for a second. This isn't just about one push or one game. This is about the future of the WNBA. Clark's been bringing in huge crowds, getting people excited about women's basketball in a way we haven't seen before. And now, in the middle of all that positive momentum, we've got this incident. Now, a lot of people was kind of surprised about is I'm not, because I know you know what I'm saying. What she did to Setla Clark was completely unnecessary. And I'm here to tell you guys she's living with that decision today because she is without a job. You've got to wonder what's going through Carter's head right now. Did she not realize how bad this would look? Or was it just a moment of frustration that got way out of hand? And what about Clark? She's handled this whole thing like a pro. But you know it's got to be affecting her. Imagine working your butt off to become one of the best players in the league, only to have someone try to literally push you down. When Tyler Marsh did the press conference, he talked about Angel Reese. He talked about Cardoso, who I think is going to be a star in the WNBA. But he did not really mention Chennedy Carter at all. And that raised a lot of eyebrows. The fans are going crazy. Online social media is blowing up with people taking sides, sharing clips of the incident, and debating what should happen next. It's like the whole basketball world is holding its breath, waiting to see how this all plays out. One person said, "We still can't be doing this every year. Chennedy Carter is the reason WBA won't take a risk on her." Here's the thing, this isn't just about Carter and Clark anymore. It's bigger than that. This is about the WNBA drawing a line in the sand, setting a precedent for the entire league. How they handle this situation will send a clear message to every player, coach, and fan about what's acceptable and what crosses the line. You might be thinking, surely someone will give Carter another chance. Right? Wrong. Completely wrong. The Chicago Sky didn't just bench her, they cut her loose. No strings attached, no contract, no trade, no core designation. Just a simple thanks for playing, now leave. And here's the craziest part, this wasn't just any player, she was their leading scorer, yet they let her walk away without even trying to get something in return. In the WNBA, that's almost unheard of. Then she gets no offer to return from the Chicago Sky, which a lot of people have been feeling by her social media posts that she got quite offended by. Now, with her reputation in shambles, GMS won't even pick up her agent calls. Just like that, a top player has become untouchable. How fast has it happened? Faster than you'd think. And the answer might just surprise you. And there has not been a peep about anywhere that she could be landing in this free agency. So a lot of people, including myself, are wondering, is she worth the risk? Now, let's rewind a bit. Carter's got a history of drama that's about to catch up with her big time. Carter's past is even messier than we thought. She left Texas A&M as a top prospect, landing as the Atlanta Dream's first-round pick, a clear sign of her incredible potential. But instead of building a bright future, she threw it all away. Let's break it down. Come on, cheer for your teammates, be a part of this team. And then ensues an altercation between the two where Chennedy Carter was sent to the locker room mid-game, of which afterwards, after the game, this is what has been reported. I guess Chennedy Carter wanted to fight Courtney Williams, like physically fight Courtney Williams, who backed away from this and was like, no way. So there was no actual physical altercation that happened. You're right, Carter really went at it with Courtney Williams back when she was with the Atlanta Dream. She was ready to throw down right there on the court. And let's not forget, Courtney is one of the most easygoing players in the league, someone who actively avoids drama. Now imagine being so difficult that even she ends up in a dispute with you. And what did the Atlanta Dream do? Not much at first. They were stuck, but eventually they had no choice. Carter was suspended, and soon after she was traded, the Atlanta Dream did suspend her in the middle of the sophomore season, basically saying she was a detriment to the team and the team culture. So then the Atlanta Dream decided to trade her to the Sparks, the Los Angeles Sparks. But it didn't stop there. You'd think Carter would have learned her lesson. When she signed with the Los Angeles Sparks, right wrong once again, she found herself benched this time for, you guessed it, poor conduct. No matter where she goes, trouble seems to follow. And here's where it gets even worse. Pay close attention to this. She ended up playing a lot less minutes there, and the reasoning that these Sparks were saying that she was playing less minutes was because of poor conduct. And that was the 2022 season. Then in the 2023 season, the Sparks just decided to release her at this point. You might be wondering, how bad could it really be? Well, let me break it down for you. One WNBA executive flat out said they wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. That's not an exaggeration. Carter has officially become radioactive. This isn't just one team or one GM turning their back on her. The entire league is looking the other way. None of the teams were willing to pick her up after that. So she ends up going over to Turkey, playing in Turkey, of which she balled out. So then the dirty teams started looking at her again and being like, maybe